Next Level Conversation with Jeff Gabriel.
You guys are pissed off at the government right now, I would think. Big time.
I think that black people, like I said, I think that we have lost our faith in the government. You have Trump in office currently, where from the gate we knew that this was going to be an issue. The black community knew it was going to be an issue.
As soon as he signed himself up for the elections, we just knew it wasn't going to be nice at all.
And then, a lot of people within the black community aren't the happiest with Joe Biden as an option either.
They're going to choose him over Trump, I would say.
Yeah, a lot of people are they're going to vote blue no matter who.
Yeah.
Is that the current hashtag I think that they're going with. But I think that people aren't happy because you see, Joe Biden, I think he got on, he did a press conference or a rally, and he said that, instead of shooting unarmed black men in like the back or the head, shoot them in like the leg or the arm. I mean, like, yeah, that's technically moving forward, but like that's not enough.
Are we still shooting each other?
Yeah, that's not enough. You shouldn't be shooting unarmed people. That's kind of the problem.
He definitely needs to choose a strong vice presidential candidate that can put a couple of sentences together for sure.
I mean, I think that the problem, like I said, is that people don't believe that it can be done through the government, by the government itself. I think that these people are now, a lot of people are starting to understand their power as far as how as a collective voice, we can get laws signed a lot faster than some of these politicians can on their own.
Well, let me tell you something. I think, from looking from afar and watching as much as possible as I can of the riots and the confusion and the movement, and also me being, a business owner and also having a family and being affected by Corona, I do feel that the country has sort of hit a rock bottom, both with our political leadership, the current conditions in the world right now. And I do believe that they're going to get better. And I do believe, just as I said before, Black Lives Matters, not just representing black people, but representing many, many people, all different income stratas and, societal diversities. And I think that it's going to make a change. I don't know how it's going to make a change. I can't say for sure, but I think it's going to, maybe it's going to be the beginning of the change of the guards of the politicians. Maybe the old politicians on the way out, and new thoughts and new ideology and new behaviors will come into the government or move into the government because of this. And I sincerely believe that. And I think it's, it's great to see how connected and in tune you guys are with, what's going on. You guys are definitely, super intelligent, super empathetic, and really, great people. And I'm really happy that I know you guys, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, man. Hashtag peace sign. What else is going on out there before we, sort of wind things down a little bit? What else do you guys see with all this movement? What has hit you the most seeing this? Like, what sits with you the most? What sits and stews with you guys the most with this? If you could leave us with that couple of thoughts on that, about how it's affecting you emotionally and what you would eventually like to see as an ultimate change because of this.
Well, personally, even while I am a Black woman and being in America, I have a unique experience of being on kind of like both sides of the coin. I personally just, with everything going on, as jarring, as crazy as it can be, I just want to see some casual accountability. Because as we push for diversity, we're going to have to change mindsets, because all of this racism in general is a mindset that they believe and that they live by, and we have to change that. And that's not going to be something that, obviously happens tomorrow. So we're going to definitely need some casual accountability, like every single day. If you see something, you better say something. If you feel that your company is not as diverse or where it should be as far as today's, standards, you need to change that. A lot of people are getting criticized over the internet. Most famous, as far as it goes from what I've seen, is Anna Wintour. She was criticized in one of her colleagues' recent books, The Chiffon Trenches. He basically wrote about how Anna was very enamored with all of the things that were happening with the Black community with fashion, but it was never something that was actually reflected through the magazine, through the brand of Vogue itself, as well as Black writers. And we need to stop this. We need to make sure that everyone is getting their due, and that goes within the casual accountability. Let's make sure everyone is getting their due deserves. It's one of those things, like if you see like a little art competition with some kids and they're just painting, even though they're not painting something fantastic, you still want to make sure the kid with the most concentration and talent and skill is getting what they deserve. And if that just so happens to be like they're Paki, they're Black, they're Korean, they're Chinese, then we need to make sure that these voices and these talents and these skillful people, as young as they are being voiced. So we need to make sure of this. Yeah, casual accountability. That's definitely what I want to see.
What about for you, Anthony?
Yeah, with me personally, I would like to see an investment in the youth. Once upon a time when I was in high school, I got to see just how many talented young kids there are. And I mean, as talented as I think that my generation was and the kids that graduated with me, we were always in awe of what was yet to come with the next generation and so on and so forth. And you see a lot of these kids, some of them even taking part in the protests. I can remember when I was like 12, I was more concerned of what Saturday morning cartoon I was going to watch. Like I wasn't thinking, let me rally with my community to improve race relations in the U.S. So I think that I believe that we owe it to them to invest in their futures, to give them unfeathered access to the things that they need, because, once they're outside in the real world, it's not going to be so kind to them. So I think that, we should be investing in education, investing in local infrastructure within low-income communities, give these kids the chance to prove themselves, give these kids the chance to become the things that they can become, instead of being an antagonist or the antithesis to their struggle.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be trying to place kids in a penitentiary. You shouldn't be trying to lock kids up. You should be helping them. You should be making sure that they can become productive members of society. If you disenfranchise them this early on, then the future doesn't look too good.
They're always going to be stumbling. It's never going to be a fair move for them.
I think that.
Well, I definitely think that, the movement will have that effect and ultimately hopefully have that benefit. I think, the more people that get to know the Black community and get to know the people will recognize that they have the same, dreams, aspirations, and desires. And I think, finding that commonality is what has been missing. And there's many, many reasons why that commonality has not been found, and why, there's been such oppressions towards many different ethnicities, and, especially the Black community in the United States. And there's a lot of conversations and a lot of hours that we can put to that of why this happened. And it's technical, and there's a lot of different things that, the white community had done intentionally to oppress the black community. And it's obviously coming out now. But more importantly, I just think it's great that we've had an opportunity to talk tonight, and for people that are going to see this and hear you guys, just to see, how wonderful you guys are and how connected to the pulse of this and your opinions and your feelings. And, you know, I love you guys for coming on. I think you guys are both awesome, and I'm happy that you guys are in my lives, and you guys mean a lot to me, and I want you to know that.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, guys, I'll be in touch. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Have a great evening.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.